And we are streaming.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Shit. That's what I'm missing. Fuck.
We're streaming.
Fuck.
And I'll say it again. We're streaming.
But we're missing.
But we're streaming.
Why you told me that?
Because you're live and people can hear you.
Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Okay, why am I? I cannot believe I didn't do it.
It's freak on party time! Straight out of the DFW Metroplex, it's Saturday Morning Live with Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat and Brad Staggs from the Daily MoJo. Today's musical guest is P. Diddy, if we can get through to him, so fingers crossed.
Nice.
And now here are your hosts, Brad Staggs and Jeff Fisher.
That's us. Hang on a second. Hold on a second. I got to make sure that we're all where we're supposed to be. Are we? Yeah, the FCC called. They wanted to talk to you about your language.
They did?
They did.
Language. I'm usually really good.
Are you? Are you? Are you sure?
Yeah, I forgot to do a couple of things this morning because I'm running late and I'm just taking care of them now. So talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, so it's a great day here to be alive in the neighborhood. We're all having a big time. If you're still, if you're in Florida and, you've had some issues with some weather lately, don't worry. We've got some things to make you feel better about yourself. And hopefully, it was bad. It was bad down there. And we have some.
I mean, it's really bad in the Carolinas, man.
What were considered.
I'm not supposed to talk. Go ahead.
No. You can talk. You're still just doing whatever you're doing over there. And so Sue Mariani over in the YouTube chat room says, "Did Jeffy forget his pants?"
Well, I don't wear pants on Saturday. I don't know why that's an issue.
I love you guys. You're both so real.
Oh.
So she doesn't appreciate. See, she wants to put soap in your mouth.
Oh well,
I think so.
We were streaming.
Generally, when somebody says we're streaming, that means we're streaming.
Generally,
that's
not
what that
every
means.
time.
And
not every time. I thought you were just checking some stuff, but
just for grins here, it looks like we're up on your X feed, so that's really all that matters.
Awesome.
As long as we're up on your X feed, that's all that. You let me know when you're ready to go. I mean, I have the new PSA that we're required to play again from the BBC. I have all sorts of things, or we can get funky on basketball courts across the United States.
Oh, I have been down this rabbit hole for several days now, and it is amazing. I'm not quite done with what I was doing.
All right, well, you don't have to. You know what? We can actually...
This rabbit hole is amazing to me, and I don't know why. It just is. I found this site on, I don't know, someplace on the internet, and that's how the internet works. You just...
Thank you.
Go around on the internet and you go, hey, look what I found.
Are you sending your drug dealer a note or something? Are you putting an order in? Did you have to get it in before like 9:15 on Saturday morning, the 28th day of September? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I didn't know. So is the Venmo not going through for you yet, or is it just...
First of all, it's PayPal.
Okay.
Jeffy CTF, by the way, on PayPal if you want.
Right. So if you do want to...
money.
You do want to send money, and you can always buy a Cameo. It's not free.
That's correct. It's worth every darn penny.
That's what I've heard.
Every darn penny. You should order one.
I did. I'm still waiting on it. It's been
It's at Jeffy JFR on the Cameo app. I believe it's just Jeff Fisher on the Cameo website.
right.
But
You just let me know when you're done there, and we'll make sure that we get things all punched in the right way. In the meantime, let's see what's happening over.
everything's good.
You're good now. Okay,
Everything's
good.
good. Yeah. So we're
Good.
up on my X account. That's what you said.
That's all that matters. So
we're
yes,
streaming. We're streaming. So
we are streaming.
say words that
Right.
are we really? I mean, is Soros overseeing us as well? I mean, are we
Not
have to worry
yet.
about that? Or?
Not yet. Not yet. So here we go with the amazing AI over the United States of America.
My hair.
Your hair looks fine.
59,000 basketball courts in America. Okay.
This is amazing.
So I don't know if this is a college thesis or if it's actually just someone using an AI program. But all those squares are basketball courts over the entire United States of America. You just click anywhere on it and zoom in, and you're in some city in America that has basketball
Do
courts.
I have to click
That's
begin?
amazing.
I have to click begin exploring, don't I? And then
That's what I
wait a
want.
second. I don't have to. I have to push the thing. Hold on a second. We can both be up there now looking at it. I made some adjustments.
Wow.
So look at that. So we can
Just
go.
zoom in.
We can go to Cameron, West Virginia.
Okay, Cameron, West Virginia. There you go.
And
Let's go
if
to
we-
Cameron, West Virginia. Just continue to zoom in.
And you could-
there you go.
you know what
That's actually has people on the court. I was looking through most of them, and most of them don't have people on the court.
Wouldn't
Just
that be
really
an
strange.
invasion of privacy?
Well, I mean, we all have gone back to looked at where houses that we've lived in, and sometimes the satellite shot is old, so it still has our car parked in the driveway in the house that we don't live at anymore.
Right.
We've seen all those. I mean, don't we all go to Google?
But we can
satellite
still see
shots of
where we buried the dead bodies in the backyard because of the little
That's
mound.
correct.
Right.
That's correct. Just make sure it's still there.
Ever been to Nutter Fort?
I have. I may have eaten a Nutter Fort before, but I've never been. to
You
Nutter
brung
Fort.
her. You Nutter Fort.
Next.
So they have. There's Clarksburg. Let's see where else can we go? Are they?
Yeah,
whoa,
just drop.
whoa.
Whoa, easy.
Whoa,
easy,
that's
easy.
I went out a little too far there. So
Easy.
AI can find every freaking basketball court.
Look at that. Yeah. And again, this isn't people. This is full basketball courts. This isn't people with just a basketball hoop, out in the driveway or in the street in front of their house. Which is, I mean, if there's over 59,000 full basketball courts, or places with basketball courts on them, because some of these photos have multiple basketball courts.
Have you ever been to Mashpee?
I have
been to
never been to
Mashpee?
No, I never have Mashpee.
There's been
Although
some times.
it's possible. It's possible because I have. That's Maine, right? Maine, yeah.
That's Maine.
Or is it Massachusetts?
It's Massachusetts. You're right. Maine
yeah.
isn't. Why did we? Okay, thanks for bringing that up. Why couldn't we just stay with MASS? What was Maine at that time?
I don't know.
What was Maine?
MAI
You
or
probably
something
just
like that.
spelled out the whole damn word of Maine because how hard is that?
Right.
And California was Caliph, and I mean,
We have to
now
go with
you don't know if it's is that
All
the dog
right.
is that the dog you didn't want?
Yes, it is. That's the dog I swore we'd never have.
And now you don't know whether you're in Arkansas or Alaska or any of the other ones, or
All right,
if you're
maybe in Michigan. Let's see if there's something in Saginaw, Michigan.
there's Summerfield Township.
On the
How do
main
you
streets
find-
of Saginaw.
How do you find if there's anything in Saginaw? Oh, wait a second. You type in Saginaw. Saginaw. Well, look at that.
There we go.
That's
Saginaw
amazing.
Township. It sure is. That sure is.
And this was AI.
Oh.
There's no way that. I mean, I guess there's a way.
That Bill down at the University of Texas for his thesis. We're going to find every basketball court in America using Google Maps.
I would have eaten broken glass before I would finish that. I can't even begin to think about how absolutely horrifically monotonous that would be.
No kidding.
That's really cool.
No kidding. Anyway, I just went down this. And you just, Tittabawassee. Well, I've been there a few times in my life.
You brung her. You Tittabawassee. And you know, because I couldn't be out. Well, I could be outdone, but I couldn't be out. And I thought of AI. What's wrong with your hair? Shut up. At least you have hair.
It needs to be fuller, though. I've lost volume in my hair, so I need to have some
Happens
volume
as you
put
get
back
old.
in.
So AI also found all of these new. What are they called? Petroglyphs? Are they hieroglyphs? They're
Sure, that's exactly what they call it. You brought her, you petroglypher. But anyway.
Thank you. These are on the down in Peru. These are on the Nazca
We know
Plains.
these are real.
They're real.
We know if these are real.
Yes, they're real.
Okay.
They are real. They're real, and they found 300 new ones. And this one right, and again, this is AI.
We only have 4 of the 300?
We can probably find more, but this was the most fascinating
You're the one
because
that brought the story to the
but it looks like Wall-E.
table.
It really does.
You know, we are almost like the Wall-E people. I mean, I feel like I'm the Wall-E guy. You know, the Wall-E people in the
big chairs.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
You just glide by and they throw food in your mouth.
Yeah, so awesome. I mean, that's good living right there.
The mind of Zoe in the chat room says AI found them or made them.
There you go. That's why I'm asking. Thank you. You said they're real, so I believe they're real.
Do you people not trust new pictures? Why do you not trust the
I'm
internet?
Just asking a question.
Yeah, I mean, it says right here that AI discovered them. And
they're real.
Hold on a second.
It's right here.
If you needed more proof, here you go. The Smithsonian says they're real.
Oh, well.
We can trust the Smithsonian.
Yes, can we? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Fine.
The Smithsonian would never cover up the fact that there were giants living in America.
Okay, so easy on the pound.
But they did.
Stop for 1 moment, please. I thought you rebuilt the whole studio. Did you just put a piece of tin up or something? Why was not wood? It's not.
It is wood. It sounds good.
That's not wood. I'm sorry, that is not wood.
I so want to bring up the Hodor image right now and say that's wood. But
it isn't wood, actually.
No, it's a
fake,
prosthetic. But these are real.
You used in your studio is fake wood, just like
it is not fake. It's just not fair. I just got out of the pool.
So 303 of the geoglyphs.
How did they make these things thousands of years ago?
Paint. What are we talking about?
They're big. They're like they're like hundreds of feet across. This is more evidence that they had airplanes. They had airplanes back then. The original ones were recorded by scientists in 1927, and over the next century, they found another 430, and then AI found another 303. These were made at least 2,000 years ago. That's impressive.
Pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible.
Look at the little hand right there.
And I'm a huge fan of. I don't know how big a fan I am of having. We're being camera eyes. You can quote me on that. Camera eyes in everything that we do.
Yes.
Satellites zooming in on everything that we do.
Unless,
I always say that just when you're outside of your home, and maybe even inside your home now these days, but when you're outside of your home, you just know that you're being filmed. Period.
Yes, you are.
You just are. You
Except,
just are.
There's a magical way that you can keep from being recorded. Yeah, there's a.
This is a PSA from Brad.
It is. This is a new. Don't tell everybody, but if you just carry and act like you're planting pipe bombs, they can't find you. They can't find you. You aren't recorded. You're not even recorded. Even if you are, you're not recorded at the right frame rate.
Right.
And you can disappear. And it will scramble signals. It's amazing and I would just suggest you get a piece of, iron pipe and just wrap some tape around it. And
think of this. The last guy, whatever his stupid name is, that they set up shop to assassinate Trump on the golf course. If it wasn't for just an average person taking a picture of him driving away, he'd be gone too.
Yep.
He'd be gone too. But we can take satellite shots of basketball courts and geocliffs from around the world.
Yep.
We can. I mean, it's just incredible. Oh, it's just amazing to me.
You can find that. You can find the
Tittabawassee.
Tittabawassee.
I can find Jill's basketball court in Tittabawassee Township in Michigan.
Right.
That's it, though.
But you can't find anything if it is holding a pipe bomb.
Right. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Especially not
it
in
really is.
Elk
It
Grove.
really is amazing that we are forced to believe this BS.
Ever been to Weed, California?
No, but I've had weed from California.
Wow, that's Weed, California. I live in Weed. I mean, just, you know.
You're the one that grew up there. You've been to Weed?
I did. I miss California. I miss California. I don't know where Weed. I know where Weed is in California, but I don't know where Weed, California is.
Right.
Space Hippie on vacay says, "Good morning, everybody, and gather up your papers and smile at the sky," according to Curtis.
Yeah, no kidding.
And by smiling at the sky, I think he means hang a BA at it. We used to do that. Oh, Tiffany says, or carry a sign saying you're Democrat, and they won't find you either. Wow. You had to get all political, didn't you, Tiffany?
You're the one that
No,
started
we were
it.
fine.
You were the one that started it.
I didn't stop. Me?
Yeah, you did. You kind of did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did Tiffany ever send us pictures? Or Sue?
Were there pictures supposed to come?
I don't know.
You touched on it. You touched on it.
Was that on the air?
You touched on it earlier on the show when I was busy doing other things. Boy, the devastation from Helene has been amazing.
It has.
Landfall in Florida with a Category 4, but the devastation up through Georgia. I mean, well, Florida as well, but the Carolinas and up there in northern North Carolina with Boone and Asheville and Hickory and all. I mean, they're just, those cities have been devastated. Pretty amazing. And I hope they say now, I've seen numbers between 40 and 50 lives have been lost. Those numbers will probably rise once we start digging out from this storm. But I hope that the numbers don't rise. But
this is Hartford, Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, holy cow! It just unloaded on these states, man. And these people are not. I mean, the people in Florida at least were semi-prepared.
Right.
The people in Georgia were semi-prepared. Some of the people along the coast of the East Coast of the Carolinas and stuff, I guess, were semi-prepared because they've been through direct hits before. But these people in Tennessee and Kentucky and the hills of North Carolina and Virginia, they're not ready for any of this. It was just amazing. That's amazing.
I was surprised that there's I think that's Hartford Road closed. Wow, look at that.
Get through it.
Look at
I
that.
Get through it. Don't you worry about it. I get through this bad boy.
I don't know how people do that because that is terrifying. When you start driving into water like that and you just see it keep coming up. No.
You pretty much know if you've driven the roads before. Like I've driven when I lived in Tampa Bay, there were several roads that flood a lot all the time. So when it just a little bit of rain. So when it's a lot of rain, you're going down the same road you've driven on for a long time. So you pretty much know where how the depth of that water. And so if everyone is going at the same rate of speed, and you always have the asshole that comes speeding up on their right side, I can get through this, and then you're in the wake wave, but.
Yep.
Everybody just kind of goes the same speed and gets that water displacement even, so it doesn't get up into your engine, and you just kind of go. You're always good, and you can make it. But some of these roads, man, whoa.
The problem is you don't know when you're driving it. You may know the road, but you don't know if the water dug out like a 5-foot hole in the middle of it, and you don't know if there's some like a big log or something laying underneath the road, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, you kind of do. I mean, during storms like this, you may not know. You're absolutely right, because it's not in those storms, the people are bracing for the storms. It's not so much the water and the wind, but it's what the water and the wind is bringing with it.
Well, and
like Grandma's grill from three houses down just came smashing through your window.
Or dead people, like up underneath the water, and that's freaky, and then they turn into zombies. But
I know.
There are some personal stories out there, some anecdotal stories.
Moments ago, Fox Weather's Bob Van Dillen saved a woman trapped in a car. Look at that.
He's saving her.
He called 911 for her. Bob is going to join us coming up. That guy is a hero.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that Lawrence? Is that Lawrence in the background going,
probably.
Wow?
Probably, yeah. This is Fox News, so I'm sure he does the morning show.
Does he still answer your texts?
Yes.
That makes one of us.
Well, whatever. Of course he does.
He got over to.
Why wouldn't he answer my text? Why do people not answer my texts? That's a good question, Brad. That's a good question. Now that I think about it, that's a darn good question. Why do people
we've lost the feed from Jeff Fisher's studio. That's unfortunate. That doesn't happen very often, but it's strange that we've lost him. I can't even hear him. But anyway, hey, we're back.
Okay, good.
By the way, Tiffany did send updated profile pictures, so we're good now. Just so you know.
Okay, that's awesome.
But we also
share or
not this one.
Just text it to me.
We also you found a human interest story.
Is this the weather guy?
Yes. I mean, I thought this was.
So this is from our Saturday Morning Live. Thank you for watching and listening to Saturday Morning Live. This is from our real or not real portion of the program. Real or not real.
Hurricane Helene is set to make landfall tonight in Florida and the Tampa area. And guys, it's not looking good. 105-mile-per-hour winds. And look at the name of the hurricane, Helene. Coincidentally, that's my ex-wife's name. Our divorce was finalized this week, and if this thing is anything like her, it's going to take your car, it's going to take your house, it's going to ruin your damn life, all right? Probably blow the neighbors too, but I digress. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry to put my air out on the air, but it's been a rough week. And guess what? If you're in this area, right here, the Tampa area, you're going to have a rough week as well, okay? And by the way, another coincidence, her mom and dad, Helene's mom and dad are from Tampa. So, hey, John, Marge, you're going to feel it too. You're going to feel the wrath of Helene like I have for the past 4 years. It's going to be aggressive. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, if we're lucky, this thing is going to catch some of the illegals that the Biden-Harris administration let in and fling these Mexicans back into Mexico, right? You want to talk about deportation? That'd be the best way to do it. And look at this. Guys, this is not good, all right? Tampa. Why the hell are you living in Tampa anyway? Let's be honest. Who wakes up and goes, honey, let's move to Tampa? Helene's mom and dad, that's who. And it's coming, guys. So this thing's going to be aggressive. By the way, I've never even seen purple before. Have we ever seen purple on the show? This is not good. And what the hell is that? This can't be good. You know what that looks like? That right there? That looks like Satan's butthole. And there he is. And if you live there, you're going to feel the wrath, just like how I felt the wrath of Helene. So Robert, thank you guys so much for raising a daughter that ruined my life. If you're in Tampa, get the hell out. I'm done.
Again, I ask, real or not real?
I think Satan's butthole was real.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. There are some things on the internet I question. That I'm not questioning at all.
I think that's completely real.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure.
Hold on a second, because it's amazing how these segues work. Because he did mention Satan's butthole, which I've heard of a lot of things in my life. I've never heard of Satan's butthole. But if you've got Satan's butthole,
Satan's butthole would say,
what's going to come out of Satan's butthole?
Look at this.
What is that? All right, so I don't.
Okay, so this is some kind of sewage pipeline in China, or this is what it's purported to be. Some kind of sewage pipeline in China. But when you continue this video, oh man. Okay, so yeah, let's roll.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh. You have to immediately burn that car. You have to immediately burn that car. You just have to get just to dry ground and walk away. That's it.
Those damn Chinese.
I know.
That is... All right, so this was
Nasty,
Dom
nasty.
Luker's account. Poop exploded everywhere, landing on the road, cars, people, and pets. The moment the sewage pipe pressure test. Oh, it was a pressure test. Oh, that is nasty.
Oh, man. Oh.
You know, everybody
it's
does
even worse
it.
when you hear the sound. So I don't know if the sound is actually real. You know, Don might have put that in there. I don't know, but it does make it worse with the sound.
I think that might be realer than the weather guy.
The weather guy? Okay.
But you're right. The sound of it hitting the...
Yeah, I'm good with, you just watch it. It's like, okay, that's nasty. And even if you were to see the goo landing on the windshield, it's not as bad until you hear it. Oh.
That reminds me of the exploding whale.
Oh. I don't know. No, the exploding whale is way better than that, man. Holy cow. I mean, that's just nastiness. You have to immediately just burn that car. I mean, you can't. There's no way. You're just washing that off and continuing to drive it. I'm not. There's no way. I'll walk. And I can barely walk, and I'm walking.
Airman 66 CES says Satan has diarrhea. And it hit the fan.
Oh, see.
I see what he did there.
Yes. Ta-da.
I see exactly what he did there.
Butthole.
Hold on
In
a
China,
second.
too.
In
Surprising.
China. I know. I don't. You know that. Sorry, I was looking at something here that I thought. No.
No,
but
ex of yours, or
no, it was a.
Speaking of Satan's butthole, look at this. Anyway,
no, we. However, we do have another PSA that we are required to run as part of the the FFA. You know, they cover all of our broadcasts.
FFA.
Yeah, the FFA. I mean, you know, some people think it's the FCC, but it's really the FFA.
I don't have my FAA card, so
I used to have my FFA corduroy jacket.
I still have my FCC license card, but I don't have my FAA.
You could probably sell that on eBay. We are required to run this public service announcement because it's an issue of safety, and here it is.
Look at this motor car. A beauty, isn't it? It's got 20 years happy motoring ahead of it. Or has it?
Nice car.
There comes a woman. Whose side she getting in? The driver's side. Oh dear, the wrong side.
Gosh, what lovely comfy seats.
Yes, but this isn't a drawing room, my dear. It's a complicated motor vehicle based on the principles of the internal combustion engine, a machine far too complicated for you to understand.
But I know about embroidery and kittens. Won't that suffice? Oh, blow it. I'm going to have a try.
Uh-oh.
See? Now look what you've done. Your pretty little mind simply can't cope with the motor car. Women, for pity's sake, don't drive.
This PSA brought to you by Saturday Morning Live and FFA.
Right. The FFA, technically. It's not,
FFA.
Just FFA, but it's important because if you don't get those messages out there, people get hurt.
Oh, the military's coming.
And we don't want people getting hurt. The thing that I sent you, because we've talked about Satan's butthole, and
That's what's wrong with
the thing that I sent you that you never opened, and it's okay because I have it here. This again, because Satan was mentioned and his butthole. I went down a rabbit hole yesterday, and this is from.
Wait, this looks real, not.
This is the opening ceremony for the Gothard Base Tunnel. This is real. It is. I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm agreeing with you.
Remember how people freaked out about the Olympics opening ceremony, how it was all satanic, which I didn't even watch it. So, I mean, I saw clips of it. But then I went down a rabbit hole yesterday about the
satanic openings.
The CERN nuclear collider.
Okay.
In Switzerland, how they're and they're running atoms and stuff into each other.
Real.
It's the opening of the Gothard Base Tunnel opening ceremony.
No, I'm sorry, no.
It's real. And
it's not.
Hold on a second. Let me get to this point where they take off their clothes. And they start dancing on the rail car in their underpants. And I don't know if they're throwing cocaine or what. But what the hell are they doing?
That's awesome.
I think they're tossing cocaine out into the crowd.
That would be great if they were. I'm a fan.
I mean, okay, so this is. I'm going to pause it right there because I think that what's his face is about to come in and say something to us. And I was right. I was right.
So this stuff is real.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but it's time for a quick break.
Okay,
You'll be right back.
Sure we will.
And they're back. Brad Staggs and Jeff Fisher.
Amazing how fast those breaks get. It's almost like they don't take any time at all. Okay.
It's almost like there's no commercials whatsoever. There's no sponsorship to the show at all. It's almost like that.
We pray that somewhere someone will stick something in that donut hole. By the way, that's a radio term for those of you unfamiliar. We made a donut hole there so you could stick a sponsor into it. So feel free to stick a sponsor into our hole.
Since this is an actual radio program, there's
it is if you take away the pictures.
It is, if you were actually to be broadcast on radio waves and not internet waves. But whatever. I don't want to bog you down with facts.
George Soros won't let us.
Just know that you radio people who are broadcasting are there to fill time between commercials. So that's what you're there for.
That is the truth.
And I will just say that we're filling an awful lot of time without commercials. So
okay. So before we left,
you actually do a radio show. I've done these internet shows, streaming stuff so long now, and that when you actually sit down, and I did radio for 1,000 years. When you actually sit down and do a radio show, and there's all these breaks and news breaks and stops and everything. It's like, how do you get anything going? How do you ever even just talk about anything at all? Because you've got to. It's just
back when they used to invite me on WBAP, which I think those days are gone.
Anymore?
Last time I was there was
they don't,
January.
Because why would they? They have the James show on in the afternoon.
I like James.
Do you? Because I listened yesterday, and he's broadcasting from the fair. There's no speakers set up, so nobody can hear him broadcast there at the fair. And he doesn't have a sheet of any of the events going on at the fair. But boy, what a riveting broadcast it was.
Would you? Okay, here's the thing. When I was in music radio, broadcasting from the fair was great because you're playing the fun music and you're talking. Would you want to do a live broadcast of talk radio from the fair? Now, you may have done it, but now in this environment today, because you're brought in with speakers out there, so you're saying stuff that's political, and would you want to be sitting there saying that in front of a?
You don't have to say stuff that's political. You can have a fun show and talk about the fair, and you can have the layout of the fair, so you know what events are taking place and where things are and what's happening, so you can discuss what's going on with the fair. Then know what new foods are there at the fair and know what events are there. But we don't have that either. What are we even doing?
They've ruined radio, is what you're saying.
I digress. That was 820 WBAP in Dallas, Texas.
The good old days.
So,
But
I'm surprised that they don't let you on, Brad, because I mean, they let anything happen.
all right, back to where we were. By the original Babe says that's the satanic ceremony, and it's freaking real, Jeffy.
Okay.
This
All right.
is legit real.
Okay. Yeah, no, I believe you.
This is.
I mean, to be honest, I'm
pretty sure she's
like
naked.
this.
All right, so I'm gonna
like
fast.
this a lot. So does that make me Satan or Satan loving?
And it's
Oh, nice.
What the hell is going on? This is the opening of a train tunnel. This is the opening of a train tunnel.
I'm sorry. No, I don't believe it.
I watched this yesterday. I was like, because I don't know. You know this, but
stupid movie. I'm not.
This, I have seen some stuff in my life.
Have you?
I have seen some stuff in my life, and I've never seen anything like this. And they do all this stuff. They do all this stuff. They start doing this stuff.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure that's Satan's goat head. I mean, this is the freakiest thing
This is supposed to be a real thing, and
it is a real thing. Hang on a second. Right there. This is the Gothard Base Tunnel opening ceremony from 8 years ago.
No, I don't believe it.
And the comments. I mean, I'm all about other cultures in other countries. I've been to Switzerland.
Have you though?
Awesome coffee. I have been to Switzerland. They have amazing coffee, and I skied the Schilthorn, but I didn't see any of this. Then they go over.
I barely believe that, let alone this video, but go ahead.
And then they go over to the audience. They're like, all right, everybody, come on. We're going to walk into the train tunnel. I mean, this. And then the comments on this thing are like, how the hell is this supposed to be a ceremony for a freaking train tunnel opening? Does the damn thing make a stop in hell? And this is apparently close to the CERN nuclear collider. And so anyway, I went down this rabbit hole yesterday of watching it.
The train.
That's the train right there going into the tunnel.
Go into the tunnel.
Yeah. 35-mile long tunnel.
But they were just in the tunnel, so.
Well, they were in, I guess, a hangar and next to the tunnel.
That's what I mean. It's all BS. It's not real.
So the
film.
The CERN nuclear collider is close to there, and they're being accused of opening a portal to hell in the CERN nuclear collider.
Yeah, well, they've been accused of that for a while. There's no doubt about that. That's actually true.
Oh, so you believe the portal to hell?
What we just watched is not true. I'm sorry, no, it's not real. It's a movie. It's some kind of video. It's not. They didn't actually do that for the grand opening of.
I
don't believe it.
Wolverine Snicket says Satan's children.
Okay. All right. You know what? You know what? It's real. You know what? Believe it if you want. Who am I? Nobody. Go ahead and believe it if you want.
And Tiffany says, "Oh, the FFA thing. Oops, I'm female. So what did you expect?" Right. You know, that's the nice thing about being a woman is the expectations are low.
That is.
I mean, actually. I just saying.
All we want you to do is be quiet, cook us food, and do what we say when we say it. That's it.
How tough is that?
It doesn't sound tough at all.
It isn't. That's because it isn't. If you know what, it's so much easier to just do what people tell you to do than have to figure out what you're going. I mean, that's what we are supposed to do is figure out what we're going to do and move everything forward. It's hard. You just have to do what you're told. Know your limits. Just know your limits. That's the only thing.
Not that hard. Not that difficult. I don't think. You're right. I agree with you.
It really isn't. And I could go further down the The CERN rabbit hole? Because
damn. See, the
CERN
scary. Rabbit hole is not the same as what you just showed.
It's right there next. Yeah. It's in Switzerland, and it's right there next to. This is like a whole complex. Plus, the CIA supposedly has an underground office complex near this thing.
Okay.
See, no one believes it. That's why they can keep the secret so easily. If nobody believes it, it's very easy to keep the conspiracy.
This is like the Garth Brooks thing, right? It's like the Garth Brooks thing, right?
What did Garth Brooks do? I didn't hear that.
True.
What'd he do?
Can't be true, right?
What'd he do?
I was told you talked about it already.
Well, I mean, Garth came out and
I was told, not by you, but I was told on the internet that you and your cohort in the morning there on
oh, you mean the two-timing hussy Ron, who's got another boyfriend on the side?
Whatever show it is you do on what is it?
The Daily MoJo.
Yeah.
At thedailymojo.com.
Yeah, whatever time you're on every day is
7 to 9 streaming live.
Right.
And anytime, anywhere you get your podcast.
That you talked about the Garth Brooks thing, because I was not aware of the Garth Brooks thing until someone posted it saying that you guys talked about it, and I thought
I may have.
I feel bad about not knowing about it because I've been a semi Garth Brooks fan. I was forced to like him from multiple wives, and I know that you in fact have seen him live in your lifetime. So I mean, I get it. I get the Garth Brooks thing, but this is the theory that he is a serial killer and all these people are missing at all his concert events around the world, right?
Okay, I can tell you for a fact we didn't talk about that.
That's what I was told on the internet.
First time I'm hearing this.
I was told on the internet that you and
that two-timing hussy, Ron Phillips,
talked about the Garth Brooks conspiracy theory of being a serial killer. That's what I was told.
Whoa. Okay, this is weird. This goes back to June. Garth Brooks keeps getting accused of being a serial killer on social. What the hell? Where have I been on this thing?
I don't know, but that's what I thought too when I first read it. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know this, but I was told that you talked about it, so I wanted to bring it up with you today. In fact, I think I sent a video of somebody talking about it. Maybe I did. Maybe I was just saved it for myself. But they claim that all these, all the cities that Garth has played in over the years, there's always missing people. There's always missing people. And they're blaming it on him.
Just when you thought social media couldn't get any dumber, Twitter is now X, and people won't stop claiming that Garth Brooks is a serial killer over on the dumpster fire that is Elon Musk's platform. You read that, right? Country music superstar. Brooks has found himself in the middle of a controversy lately for daring to suggest he might serve Bud Light in his new... Okay, I remember when he did that. They say that he is not a serial killer. There are no facts to support it, which is exactly what you'd say.
It is exactly what you would say.
I think those were the words of Ted Bundy and the Green River Killer.
And Diddy.
And boy, Diddy.
And Mayor Adams from New York.
Right. Okay, I've not heard this, and
I was told that we can't find what's his face down in Atlanta these days either. Fanny's boyfriend. They were looking to issue a warrant for him, a testifying subpoena, and they can't find him. So they've sent them U.S. Marshals after him because they don't know where the hell he is. Didn't he just show up in a video of Fanny's daughter at a car wreck or got a speeding ticket, and they were both together? That wasn't that long ago.
I am so glad I watched this show because I didn't know any of this. House GOP says it can't find Nathan Wade amid Fannie Willis probe.
Yeah. I don't know where he is. They sent the U.S. Marshals after him now.
Wow. Did Garth Brooks kill him?
It's possible. Did Garth play in Atlanta not long ago? I don't know.
Holy crap.
I don't know.
Nah, he's on. Doesn't he? Garth has a residency.
Nathan's kind of high profile for Garth to go after, but maybe he's getting older.
Now,
for years.
Garth is at Caesar's Palace, I think.
Yeah. Maybe they went there. I don't.
Wow. Garth Brooks is a serial killer.
I know. I was told you talked about it.
No.
That hurts that you didn't.
Wait a minute. He's ending his residency, and so maybe, okay. Maybe he was down in Atlanta. Maybe.
Ooh. The Garth Brooks thing.
How is that
Shoot, I know
even possible? And before I forget, while you're looking for that, I did want to bring this up because, you know, there's not enough love in the world. There's not enough loving in the world. There's too much hate. And so when we see acts of love in the world, I think we should celebrate them.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
And not arrest them. And I want to point this out that there was a couple on an EasyJet flight.
Wait a second. This was on an EasyJet?
This was an EasyJet flight.
So it's like a semi-private jet.
Yes.
Those EasyJets are semi-privates. I mean, that's why you get on them. Well, yeah, you get on. There's maybe, I don't know, 50 people or 40 people or 30 people, whatever, but it's a separate thing. Yeah, it's not like hopping on Delta, because you go to a separate gate and it's almost like flying private. There's a couple companies that you can fly using that, which is pretty sweet, actually.
I'm thinking of Spirit. Okay, so EasyJet is obviously different than Spirit, because I'm thinking they've got the crappy, uncomfortable chairs, and they were escorted off of the plane because, let me see if I can. And honestly, I don't think that attractive people should be arrested. I think the ugly ones, yes. The attractive ones, not so much. But this is the couple who engaged in a sex act.
Easy, not easy, but
EASY, EasyJet. Okay. So not EasyJet.
That is kind of like the UK Spirit.
Right. So the uncomfortable chairs, they're just trying to be comfortable. Yeah. Bradley Smith is 22. Antonia Sullivan is 20. They were escorted off the EasyJet flight by the Popo. The pair had been returning to Bristol from a holiday in Tenerife, and it was a 7 a.m. flight. Minutes after takeoff, unemployed Smith was heard asking his girlfriend to perform a sex act on him.
Unemployed Smith.
Right? I know
you're unemployed. Okay.
And, that's Antonia right there. That's the. I would also like to point out they only put the pictures of her in the story. Why are we shaming her?
Right.
That's just wrong.
Thank you.
So I did what anyone would do, and I found a picture of both of them, and it's right here. There's both of them. Okay. And she does not look nearly as good in that, I will say, as she did there. So there's a bit.
No, she doesn't. Are we sure that's the same person? Because I don't know that it is.
That's the same. I'm pretty sure that's a.
No, it's not.
Looks a little dumpier there, but they apparently had no regard for the feelings of other passengers, according to the prosecutor Marie Doyle and the Bristol Magistrates Court.
Oh, shut up.
After a few minutes, the witnesses were aware that the couple had rearranged some coats over Smith's lap, and there followed vigorous hand movements beneath the coats. And she said she was just rubbing his leg.
Yeah, well, okay, calm down.
She may have been rubbing his leg.
Yeah, she may have been. He may have had a cramp.
You know what it's like to get dehydrated. You know what it's like to have a cramp on a really crappy airline seat? It hurts.
Look, getting a cramp anytime hurts.
It does.
Let's be honest.
But on an airplane, when you can't like really easily get up and shake it off, and maybe take a little jog, I want to point out that this is deeply unfair, and Sullivan did in fact insist that she was only rubbing his leg, but they were escorted from the plane when it reached the destination. They were also, and this is the part that really disturbs me, he was ordered to complete 300 hours of community work, while she because she's a full-time care worker, received only 270 hours of community work, and they were both ordered to pay £100 each to the 3 witnesses.
Oh, shut up.
They had to pay money to the people who said they saw them. Tell me that's an incentive to lie right there.
It sure is.
You're going to pay people to be witness?
The Garth Brooks thing.
Because he's a serial killer and knows how to hide his track.
Why can't I find it? Man, that ticks me off.
I know
I sent it.
Chris Gaines is a weirdo. Airman 66 CES. I just saw this morning that they caught him. Caught who?
Nathan
Willis.
Wade?
Yeah,
Nathan Wade. Okay. All right. Well, then we can. I can rest easy then. That the criminal is off the street.
Right. What are
they weren't even arresting him. They were just wanted to give him a subpoena to testify.
Yeah. They found it wants to see him in Washington. Okay.
Yeah. It was a subpoena to show up to testify.
Was he hiding? I guess he was.
Well, he'll say no. I mean, he'll say, I wasn't hiding. Well, why were you up at your cabin and back in the woods and didn't tell anybody?
They couldn't find him for a week.
Yeah, they kept trying to serve him in the subpoena. Yeah, it's just funny. Just funny.
You know, you think it's funny when when Congress is after you? Because I don't. They'll come after you.
That's a good point too. They want to subpoena this guy, and they send the subpoena do boy. And the subpoena do boy says, I can't find him. And so then they send the U.S. Marshals. Okay.
Well, it's better that the U.S. Marshals are looking for him than they are being posted on Tulsi Gabbard.
That's true. Well, they're still doing that.
Yeah.
So let's not get crazy.
Tiffany says, if you men will mow the lawn, fix the car, and protect us, you'll do what?
Yeah, you're right, Tiff. But first
all
of
right,
all,
list out what you'll do.
Down. Yeah, calm down.
All right. by mowing the lawn, fixing the car, are those some sort of freaky euphemisms? Because that's what Diddy would say. By the way, where did he go here?
Why can't I find that stupid Garth Brooks story?
I don't know, but we have not yet been able to hook up with P. Diddy.
What?
So we're not. Apparently, he's not going to make the appearance this morning, which kind of sucks.
I mean, his streaming platforms, the streaming platforms say that his music downloads are up 18%. So that's good.
He's making a little cash. That's
making some extra cash because he's going to need it. Going to need it for that prison commissary.
Well, I don't know that he's going to ever make it to the prison commissary. I somehow think he is.
A lot of people agree with you on that.
He is likely going to end up in the dumpster at the prison. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to get Epsteined, but I think he's going to get Epsteined. Are you still looking for the Garth Brooks thing?
Yes, I want to play the stupid thing.
All right. Okay. While you're still looking for it.
I thought I had saved it, and I go thinking again because I didn't.
Would you be afraid if this dude if you're sitting at a restaurant?
Stop.
And this dude walks in. Would you be afraid of him?
No. No, I would not. In fact, it would be hard not to look at him. For sure your kids are going to look at him. And your young kids would definitely look at him like, whoa, hey, look at that. But no, I wouldn't be scared. Why would you be scared?
Well, at first I thought for sure that the story was going to be about having used the skin from a corpse's penis to skin graft here on his face. But that's not what it's about. He has a genetic condition. See, now you can't unsee that. He has a genetic condition called neurofibromatosis type 1.
I hate that. I hate the type 1 you don't want none of.
No.
Type 2 you can probably live with a little bit easier, but type 1, man. No,
it causes benign, non-cancerous tumors to grow on his nerves. And he walks into a restaurant. He went to order food. A member of the staff said they'd received complaints from customers about his face and asked him to leave.
We've seen complaints from your food too. Let's shut you down with all the BS crap that you're serving people. That's ridiculous.
It
really is ridiculous.
He says he wrote to the restaurant. He got no response. He's been in contact with the charity Nerve Tumors UK.
Love them.
If you've ever been to one of their Christmas parties,
Nerve Tumors
UK. Yeah.
When they first started, I didn't think they were going to make it that long, but they've been together now for quite some time.
They have, and I think it really is their holiday parties that make it all come together. This guy runs a National Health Service mental health crisis helpline, but he's currently off work. He said the food looked good when I looked in the window, and I went inside. They said they were cash only, so I took some money out. And then the gentleman behind the counter told me there'd been complaints, and I had to leave.
That's BS.
I would have told them to kiss
me
my
too.
ass.
But this is the UK, so I mean, it's that place is turning as a nightmare as it is these days. But
and then I would have wiped my face on them.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. That truly is. Come on now,
people. You know what? I'm going to say this.
He's got neurofibromatosis type 1.
Yes, not the type 2.
I will say this: I didn't realize this until this morning, but I don't wish neurofibromatosis type 1 on anyone.
No,
on anyone.
Not at all. And he is welcome.
Type 2, I was kind of ambivalent about it. I really didn't care, but type 1, man, I don't want that.
Type 1, I wouldn't do that to anybody. He is welcome on this program anytime.
Gem Radio, and look,
because
his job is helping people that he doesn't have to see. Right? That don't have to see him. He's helping people that he doesn't have to see, right? Isn't that what you said? He works for a helpline?
Yes, yeah. It's a helpline. So no telling whether or not it's like a video helpline or just audio. But
no, I don't think so. Yeah, no. If it's a video helpline, Oliver transfers you over.
Right. Because you can't, once you see the penis on his face, you can't unsee it.
Yes, you can, because it's not a penis on his face.
No, that's a penis on his face right there.
It's not, though.
I'm fairly certain it doesn't say it's not anywhere in the story.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Like the opening ceremony of a tunnel.
Okay, I gave you all kinds of time. Did you find the Garth Brooks story?
No, I told you I gave up. I stopped. I'm stopping. I don't care. Just know that Garth Brooks is possibly a serial killer, and that it's been reported people are missing at every concert site when he shows up and leaves. So I'm just saying that,
I know that you want to plug this because I know quite often on Chewing the Fat
we got to do a Fat Bear Week. Heck yeah.
And
so
Fat Bear Week
Junior ended. Fat Bear Week Junior just ended, and if you scroll down, you should be able to see the winners of Fat Bear Week Junior. Yeah, because I told you yesterday, if those of you that have already heard Chewing the Fat, keep scrolling down a little bit. What are we doing? Nobody told you to stop. Stop right there. And I thought for sure he was going to scroll right on by. That 909 Junior would win, and he did. For Fat Bear Junior. And
wait, is it one of those? Neither one of those is Fat Bear Junior.
That's correct. 909 Junior. There, yes, that's correct. On the right, there's no way he's going to lose. He's awesome. So Fat Bear Week is a fantastic week, and you can go to the Katmai National Park. They have a YouTube page where you can go and watch the bears eat, and they just pound down salmon. They're in the rivers. It's awesome, and you see them start out so thin. And they just eat and eat and eat until they're so fat that it's time to go lay down for a few months.
The bear on the left, if you ever see a bear looking at you like that,
don't
try to pet him.
Yeah, come here, baby. I don't know, that right one doesn't look too bad either. I mean,
yeah, but the one on the left. I mean, the one on the right. But the one on the left, he just looks like,
Yeah, he's a youngster, and he's about had enough of people taking pictures of him. So why don't you just keep right on going? Yeah.
I mean, they do look awfully cuddly. They do. They look soft and furry.
It's awesome to watch them eat all the salmon. Anyway, so Fat Bear Week, these are the juniors. If you scroll down a little bit farther, it takes you to the other big bears. But there's plenty of big bears. You can go to the website, and the chart. They're going to start on Tuesday, I think, right? Back then it said October 2nd is Wednesday. Okay. October 2nd is Wednesday, right? Because October 1st is Tuesday, yeah. Really? So Fat Bear Week starts then. And you can go and vote have the brackets up. And it's a lot of fun just to play the Fat Bear Week brackets. And you see there's, returning champions that have been awesome over the years. They don't have the brackets up yet. They post the bracket, I think, in the next couple of days.
Okay.
For the Bears, who they have to go up against. But it's just a lot of fun. And I've talked to the Katmai National Park people before about it. And, they have a lot of fun with it. And I have a lot of fun with it as well. So.
Original Babe says, darn people are mean. Yes, they are.
Why?
Some bears are, too.
We're talking about bears. We're not talking about people.
Look at that. It's already time for the joke of the day. Son of a gun.
And also, oh my gosh. The show's almost over.
I know. It's crazy.
This is what I mean about not being terrestrial radio. It's just, you just blab on until somebody says, hey.
And just until somebody says, shut up. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
This week, tomorrow, by the way, for those of you, actually listening live to Saturday Morning Live.
Which you actually can do.
The second season of Daryl from The Walking Dead starts up, the Book of Carol. So that means that Monday will also be the return of Talking Walking Dead with myself, Jason Buttrell, and Maximus Fisher. So you have Chewing the Fat, and you'll have Talking Walking Dead. And I give, and I give, and I give.
I know. You feel empty, don't you? I mean,
I do.
Dried out, wrung out like a sock.
That's exactly right.
Tiffany said it should be 2 hours. Tiffany, you know what, Tiffany? You keep taking and taking and taking.
They always want more. Oh, I know. They always want more.
Just saying.
This in fact bodes well to what we were talking about with Tiffany today. My joke of the day. Okay. Yesterday, my wife thought she saw a cockroach in the kitchen. So she sprayed down everything and cleaned thoroughly. Today, I'm putting the cockroach in the bathroom.
Hey! And on that note, the only question left to ask is, what are you going to do with the rest of your day now that Saturday Morning Live has come to an end? You're going to need a Jeffy fix at some point, and you can get it in all the right places. On X, at JeffyJFR. Send him an email, chewingthefat@theblaze.com. And remember, you can get a cameo from Jeffy, but it's not free. And if it's more of Brad Staggs that your heart needs, that's easy too. Follow him on all the socials at Real Brad Staggs. He never checks his email, but you can try brad@thedailymojo.com. Anything you guys want to add?
Yeah.
Good, because I have somewhere to be in about 15 minutes. Watch The Daily Mojo Monday morning at 7, and Chewing the Fat drops again Monday afternoon. Until then, I'm not Stu, saying hasta la vista, baby!